Ah, the jungle is full of surprises.
There's 2 new faces in town.
And they're certainly shaking things up.
No one knows what's coming next here on I'm a Celebrity.
Get me out of here!
Good morning and welcome to Australia, where the big news is we've had a snap election.
Ooh.
And you know what snap elections are like? You don't always get the result you want.
Evening, Prime Minister. She is still Prime Minister, isn't she?
For the moment.
For the moment. Yes, Ian Lee and Kes Dugdale have entered the jungle, and tonight we'll see them battle it out for the keys to 10 Downing Creek.
Although the problem with jungle leadership is you don't actually have a lot of power, and everyone you know is after your job.
Evening again, Prime Minister.
We'll see the full story of the new arrivals and the battle for power later in the show. But we start by going back to yesterday morning when the celebs woke up to a brand new day. Fascinating stuff, that, isn't it? It's fascinating. I actually knew very little about those strange, cold-blooded creatures.
What, tortoises?
No, posh people. Ha-ha! Stick it to them. Someone should do a nature documentary about them.
They have. It's made in Chelsea, that's what it's called. It's like Blue Planet with Range Rovers.
Yeah, stick it to them. Now, yesterday we told the celebs that the 2 new arrivals will be facing the next Bush Tucker trial. The battle for 10 Downing Creek, bidding for the role of PM were Kes Dugdale,
former leader of the Scottish Labour Party, MSP for the Lothian region, and former Scottish Labour spokesperson for education.
and Ian Lee.
I think he does the radio.
Here's the moment 9 celebs arrived at the trial clearing, ready to find out their fate.
Before the break, we saw Ian and Kes preparing for the battle for 10 Downing Creek. The winner would become the first ever jungle Prime Minister.
Now, we'd already asked our 9 celebs to choose their candidate, and we can now give you a quick look at some of the early exit polls.
Yes, we can. Now, listen, it's pretty complex data we've got here, but our analysts tell us that the overall picture looks like this. That's how things are at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. However, things get a lot more interesting when you take a look at the key 16 to 34 demographic.
There's that there. Although there is one poll that offers Ian Lee some encouragement, and that's this one. People whose name is Ian Lee.
It's good. Fascinating stuff there. But at this stage, we should stress that these are just polls. They have no bearing on the actual election. Let's see how the candidates get on in the race for 10 Downing Creek. Sorry.
So, Kes is in Snake Rock and Ian is heading for Croc Creek, where he made his first big decision. He chose Shappy as his Deputy Prime Minister.
But it's tough for poor old Jamie, isn't it?
Poor Jamie.
After 4 solid days of rice and beans, he finally has his first decent meal. Then the next morning, he ends up back on rice and beans.
Couldn't write it, could you?
If Jamie didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all.
Oh, bless him. Although, on the plus side, he will now be eating rice and beans, wearing a snazzy blue T-shirt with Kes Dugdale's face on it.
Every cloud.
Every cloud.
And we've got something else that could put a smile on his face. A very fresh Bush Tucker trial. PM Ian Lee will then choose an opponent from Snake Rock to compete against in that trial. And we can add our new Prime Minister Ian Lee to a tiny replica of the camp here. Let's pop him in there. There's our PM. There's Stanley there.
And here is an actual size Dennis Wise. There he is, just going in there. A tiny little man in there. There he is. And he's just saying, "Morning, everyone. I had a lovely night's sleep in my sleeping bag, which is one of Stanley's socks." Because he's so small.
This is starting to get right on
I'm just going to walk down the creek here. I'll be back in 3 days because my legs are so very, very short.
He's Ian, he's Deputy Shappy, and the rest of the team arrived at a new and improved Croc Creek.
I wonder what time Ant and Deck are coming in. They're so tall. They're giants. Especially that Deck. He's so tall.
Declan!
Not my words. The words of actual size Dennis Wise. He's a very small man.
Welcome back to I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. The vote for the trial closes in around 3 minutes' time, so get on the app to decide which celeb from Croc Creek you want to see go up against one member of Snake Rock.
Talking of Snake Rock, Kes was down there on new arrival and she was having quite the day of it. She'd faced a trial, she trekked into camp, and now she was about to get her first taste of rice and beans.
She's done more in her first hour than Vanessa's managed in a week. See that? Did you see that? A Johnson undermining the newly elected Prime Minister. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Huh?
Hey! You know what you're going to do there? Political satire.
What?
Brilliant. The vote for the latest trial is now closed, and very shortly we'll be headed down to Croc Creek to reveal which one of them you've chosen to take on a member of Snake Rock.
Right, back to 10 Downing Creek, where the Jungle PM was about to receive some big news. In the old days of I'm A Celeb, we would have delivered it via a laminate.
A laminate, old-fashioned laminate.
2017, guys.
Come on.
We've dragged this show back up to date.
Cue the fax machine.
Welcome back to I'm A Celebrity. Get me out of here. We're on our way into Croc Creek, but before that, it's time for the first Camp versus Camp challenge.
Now, remember, there was a care package at stake here, and for Snake Rock to win, they needed to lose.
Trust us, it'll all make sense.